Hi guys, and welcome to RCC Adventures. I'm Ryan, and you join me inside my truck. Well, I call it the truck, but it's actually a Hyundai Santa Fe. It's from 2007. Yeah, it's a 2.2 diesel with the turbo, obviously. Yeah, so let's go find somewhere a little bit more secluded, not Halfords car park, and we'll have a look around the outside, and then we'll take it for a drive. Right, so I thought I'd start back at the house. Yeah, we'll go out and see the truck now. So what I mean by truck is for the fact that it feels quite agricultural compared to some SUVs. It definitely is an SUV, but it has four-wheel drive. It's not permanent four-wheel drive. It's got an electric button so you can operate all four wheels. But most of the time, it's in front-wheel drive. So let's go and have a quick look, because it's a, as I said, 2.2 diesel. It's got about 130 odd brake horsepower. Torque's plenty of it because it's a good tow vehicle. Which is one of the additions that I put on it. Which there's a lot of that's happened to this car, or little bits here and there, that I've done off camera. This is sort of like the real first time that you actually probably see in the car. So I've done a couple of little add-ons onto it. Other than that, I've basically just been driving it every single day. It's my daily, basically. So let's go and have a look. And yeah, so here it is. This is my daily vehicle. As you can see, it's rather big. It's a 5-seater. It's not got the 7-seat option. But yeah, I've gone for a big SUV, which I never thought I'd do, but needs must. I needed a kind of like a tow vehicle if we were going to get a trailer, which we haven't still decided or got one yet. But let's show you around the back of the vehicle, because this is where I have fitted a tow bar. As you can see down there, little swan neck tow bar, or appendage tow bar. Trying to get the gimbal to actually play ball. There we go, kind of. As you can see, it's that big. It doesn't really fit in the camera or in the lens as such. But let's show you in the boot, because in the boot we've managed to fit all of the camping gear, or majority of the camping gear, and the show stuff. So if you look in there, all the stuff that we need for the show that's coming up, which is the British Motor Show. I've been going on about it for ages. That's coming up soon. So all of that stuff that's in there is the stuff that we're going to need. So we've got all the camping gear there. The weights for the gazebo. The gazebo is buried down the back there. The table, the banners, all the footprint and everything for the tent. The tent is also in there, which is a humongous tent. It's my friend's tent. Absolutely huge. Sort of goes with the car, really. Let's get a side profile on this side. Yeah, big old beast. Another addition I put on it is not really of any importance, but I've got a flashing orange light on top. I can operate that for you now, hopefully. Oh yeah, black leather. Is it working? No, I need the key in. We'll show you that in a minute. So, in the interior, black leather with some woodery, fakery stuff and some aluminium strip. Basically, completely original inside here. You can see it is absolutely huge. Don't worry, guys, this isn't a review as such. Sort of like a have a look at my new car kind of thing. It's not perfect. It's like there's little imperfections here and there. It's like there's one, well, there's rust along the top of the roof on the window, which I've got to sort out at some point. Scratches all over it. The first day that I bought it, where is it? Around here. That happened when someone decided to kiss it, which is no fun, obviously. Let's show you the engine bay. So yeah, there's that 2.2. Nothing really special to look at, apart from the intercooler on the top. Covers. It's still got this standard airbox inside it. The battery's still in there. Turbo's at the back of the engine. Nothing really something special. One other little addition that I did is I resprayed the grille because it was, well, it was flaking like mad. It wasn't actually black anymore. So another little bit that I did. I do need to sort out the headlights as well. As you can see, they're starting to, well, that one's worse. Starting to smoke up. So that's another thing I've got to sort out. Whether it's try and polish them out or what, go from there. You see, this car has 18-inch wheels on it, but on the car itself, they look quite small. They do look quite small. Let's zoom out, if I can. No, that's zooming in. No, it's not letting me. Okay, fair enough. There we go. I managed to zoom out. So I'm now on 0.5, and the car only just fits in the camera. You know, it's rather big. Let's show you the back of the car because I haven't shown you those yet. You haven't seen the back seats. So, same black leather as the front. As you can tell, it is my daily vehicle, so there's crap everywhere. But it's not as bad as it has been. Big door cards. Yeah, so it's not a full in-depth review of it, but it's showing you what I've got. Right, let's set you up and let's go for a drive. Now you're all probably wondering how much I paid for this car. Well, I bought this car from our very good friend who has a very, very popular channel, Sam Hard, from his dealer at SMG, Sedensworth Motor Company, SMC even, sorry. So, bought this car off of Sam. It's like we bought the Jag off him and we bought the Skoda as well, off him as well. I just wanted a daily car. I couldn't use the Golf all the time. It was costing a bomb to drive or in fuel. Plus, it's a show car now, so well, it was a show car anyway. But I didn't want to just keep racking up on the mileage and causing things to go wrong or more than it would, you know, being a Volkswagen. So, yeah, not really much to say about this car apart from it drives and it's comfortable and it's good on fuel. It tows well. If I remember rightly, it's one of the best for towing from its era, being a 2007. It can tow a couple of tons easily. And being the automatic, that's the bit you probably saw when I was showing you the front, is an automatic. The automatic actually have more power than the manual ones, and they have better towing ability, which is good. Make sure the radio stays off. Nice diesely clatter. There's a few little things, as I said, that are slightly I need to address, sort of like the rust on the roof. Scratch marks I probably won't do anything with. But in here, this driver's seatbelt, the passenger one is not so bad, but the driver's seatbelt, it barely retracts. So that needs to be sorted. When I first got the car, the interior looked lovely. It did. It was nice and clean, but in sort of like in the crevices and all the cracks, you could tell it was owned by a family who had dogs because there was hair everywhere, and it definitely was a family with kids as well because there was McDonald's wrappers. Yeah, I had to remove the back seats at one point, and that's when I found them. It's amazing what you find in little crevices. You see, making of this video, the time of making this video, my co-host John, who is my father, he's on holiday with my mum and the dog, and my sister's currently at work. So I'm on my own, so I can't do any outside shots, which is quite annoying. I was hoping to do some outside shots, but the weather has not helped us. When my sister was off, it rained, basically, is what I'm saying. So the only day that we've had decent weather, I'm on my own. So this is the camera angle that you're going to have. If you don't like it, sorry, can't help you. I might eventually move it around and so you can see it out at least. Might do that at some point. We'll see how it goes. I think we'll go this way today. So yeah, I haven't actually been hosting on the channel for a little while now. My co-host, my father, John, he's been doing most of the work. Because he works from home or he goes to the depot and he has more time off than I do. Because I've just recently started a new job, which you've probably heard already. I'm now a bus driver. I don't work for Asda anymore. I'm now a bus driver. Now I'm not going to go left because traffic. It's 5:05, so traffic is going to be bad that way. We'll head this way. I don't know if you can hear. I thought, because I put a cone filter on it for a bit because the air filter that was on it was very dirty. And then I could hear the turbo really, really start to whistle to the point where it actually sounds like a supercharger. But I've put the original filter back on because I've managed to clean it and it's still making that noise. I can't remember if it was... Crikey, that was close. I can't remember if it was like that before. No idea. So I got sidetracked from the noise of the whistle. What I was saying was I haven't been on the channel for a while. I've been working my socks off, basically. Working every single day. Physically possible. The amount of hours I could do by driving law. Obviously I'm now having to follow domestic driving laws now. Whereas I could just do all the hours possible. So I'm now back on the channel, hosting some more videos. We've obviously got, as I said, the British Motor Show coming up. That's coming up in about 8 to 7 days, actually. So tomorrow, I've got to head down to the marina, go pick the Golf up, then bring that back to the house because we've got 7 cars that are all going to the show, 6 being on display, this one being the backup vehicle, which is kind of why I bought it as well. It's going to be the channel's support vehicle. But going to the show, we've got Harlequin by Golf, Major by Ford 100E, which is now parked outside the front of the house, Dad's Citroen 2CV, my friend's extremely rare Audi 100 CD from 1986, very rare car that. Let's close the window because that's getting rather annoying with all them cars going vroom 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 past. We've got Ron, the smart car, that's going as well. And Mini the Micra, the first car to ever feature on this channel. Along with Original Mickey, but Original Mickey's no more. He's poof, gone. So, got 7 cars to take up. And this is our plan. This is how we are going to try and do it. Is that the Audi, the Golf, and the Citroen, so the 2CV, those 3 show cars are going up, plus this, because this has got all the camping gear as you've seen. This then comes back to the house to pick up the rest of the cars. So then Ron, Major, and Mini go up in the second lot. We're hoping to do that all on the Tuesday. May have to go into the Wednesday, but the Wednesday is when we start having to put the cars into the show itself. It starts from Thursday, finishes Sunday, and we're exhibiting all 4 days with all 6 cars on the show. If you're going, come and say hi. Anyway, back to this. So yeah, this thing is great. I love it. Absolutely love it. I never would have thought I'd ever have fallen in love with a big SUV truck, agricultural but with leather thing. You know, Range Rovers, they've all got leather and all that, but they're actually proper big luxury SUVs. This being a Hyundai, I know Hyundai very good now. They're like one of the top marks. But at the time, when this first came out, it was still sort of under the radar kind of thing, sort of being laughed at. It's not until that bloke, someone out there will probably tell me, put it in the comments, that bloke who was in charge of the M division of BMW, he went to Hyundai, and that's where the N division came from. And that's when Hyundai started becoming very popular, very cool, and very fast. But this was still of the era beforehand. But it's still a bloody good car. Really is.
Oh, we're going to sit in some traffic. Bugger.
Another thing I need to do is fix the aircon. Well, fill it up. I haven't had aircon since day 3 of owning this car. And I've had this a good few months now. Yeah, definitely a good few months. So aircon is definitely on the list as well. Because it is bloody hot here. Obviously filming with the window shut. And it is a hot day. Well, it's a warm day. So we're going to do this as quick as we possibly can before I fry. Or at least have quite a few pauses before and after and during. And bujuring, you know what I mean? Bujuring. So as you... that might not help, you know. I had it on 19 degrees. Not cool. That was from this morning when I was trying to defrost it because I was at work at 5 o'clock this morning. I'm losing my voice. Yeah, I definitely chose the wrong time to come out and film. I was hoping it was going to be reasonably quiet, but silly girl, never mind, and all that jazz. Can't complain though, having beautiful weather, and obviously being 12 minutes past 5, it's going to be busy. Right, what I'll do is we'll get out of this traffic, and then we'll carry on. So I'm now out of the traffic. I've had to leave the window open because, you know, it's hot. Damn hot. And we're just going to head up the road here. Cruising along because it's a beautiful car, beautiful day. Give us some berries. To be fair, for a big vehicle, now let's now close the window. For a big vehicle, and only being a 2.2, fairly shifts. It really does. Don't get me wrong, the 0 to 60 is not in single figures. It's around 10 to 11 on a good day. But that's this one personally. Others might be different. Catalogue might say different. It's not exactly a sprightly chicken, but at the same time, it's not slow. And for something that's quite big, and from Hyundai before they were very good at handling, because they are extremely good at handling now. Before all of that, it handles well. It holds the road really well. It doesn't wander. You know, with some big tyres like this has got, it tracks in like all the grooves. This doesn't. This really doesn't. You can just go straight and true down the road, no problem whatsoever. We'll turn off here. Brakes, on the other hand, there seems to be a lot of travel before you actually start to brake. Brakes are good, but there is a lot of travel in the pedal. Being an automatic, kind of really, you want them to be a bit more assertive further up. But it's how it's been, it's how I got used to it, it's not a problem. Handbrake, It has one. Definitely has one. It will hold the vehicle, but not whilst you're in gear. If you put it in drive, you are going to roll away with the handbrake on. One downside to being a big vehicle, you really have to move right over. Now we're going down, you can't see, but there's bushes obviously very close to that side. Equally as close to that side too. Going down a little single track road. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, so sound deadening wise, it's decent. You don't get a lot of wind noise. You do hear the engine quite a lot, especially that whistle. But being a diesel, it's not surprising. It's quite clattery. You're going to hear it. If it was a petrol, you probably won't hear it at all. Road noise, pretty much non-existent. So sound deadening wise, build quality is good. I've yet to have anything break on it, like on the interior. Anything coming? Yes. We'll wait here then. So, yeah. Bar, get the car, get the car.
Now we go.
Oh,
I got a little bit of wheel spin in the drive.
obviously in front wheel drive mode. You see, I could go find some farms and see if the four-wheel drive system works, but, you know, I'm not going to. Because that's not the intended purpose of why I bought this vehicle. The intended purpose of buying this vehicle was to be a support vehicle. Because it's huge. It was either this or a van. And I thought, you know, vans, I do love them, but they're not the most comfortable of things. Where this, beautiful. I will drive this all day long. Not a problem whatsoever. I don't know if the manual will be the same. Obviously we're changing gear. But manuals are pretty much like obsolete now. Pretty much every single car out there these days is an automatic. So anyone can drive one of these quite happily. I know back in the day when autos weren't necessarily popular, it's probably the correct term, that people were quite scared of driving them. Because if you're not holding on the brake properly, it will creep. If you're in drive or in reverse, it will creep forward or backwards. So there's something to get used to, but once you're used to it, it's easy peasy, lemony squeezy. This particular car is the CRDI, so it's quite a high up mark or model. Obviously, it's got the black leather in it, the wood, the fake plastic aluminium effects trim, plus the fake plastic wood effects trim. Plastics quite hard. It's not soft to touch on the top of the door cards or on the dash, which in today's day and age, that's kind of considered cheap. So yes, I am driving around in my daily my Hyundai Santa Fe 2.2 diesel CRDI from 2007 for you guys. So I do think you kind of need to, you know, press that subscribe button. Give this video a like and a share. And, you know, the more it gets seen, the better. Better for me. Better for you, because I get more to do more content. Better for YouTube. You know, all that jazz. All that spiel. That spiel, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm now going down another single track road. Let's see if we come across any tractors. Or trucks. Won't come across any buses, because that would be silly. That would be really silly. bringing a bus up here. You absolutely having a dream of giraffe. Anyway. Yeah, so as I said at the beginning of the video, I was hoping to make this more of a sort of aspect-changing review, man. But that didn't happen. Because obviously, I'm on my own. And I've only got one camera. I.e. my phone. It says you, me, and the goalpost. Have you hit that subscribe button yet? I won't be very happy if you don't. There was a pheasant down there. Oh, that's the other little niggle. I just remembered it there because we went over some quite uneven tarmac. Oh, off-roading. See, me and my 4x4. Anyway, yeah. So the rear shocks or ball joints at the back, or bushes. One of them things that's supposed to be dampened. Don't think it's dampening very much anymore. When I was fitting the tow bar, I didn't see any leaks. But then again, I wasn't really looking for them.
Come on, let me out. Let me out, you bastard. No. We will sit here and wait like good little boys. Woo! Thank you. Very nice man in a Mercedes C20 220 estate from 2003. It could have been a diesel, it could have been a petrol. I don't know. I didn't see the back of it. Anyway, he let me out. Could have been a compressor, actually. Looked very nice. It was black. Black as the ace of spades. What else to talk about? What else to say about this car? Well, as you can tell, it drives really nice. It's got loads and loads of space. We've managed to fit, as I said, all the stuff for the show plus camping gear in the boot with the seats not folded. I don't know how many litres there are. Ask Matt Armstrong about that one. Not Armstrong. Watson. Matt Watson. You know, the one at Carwell. He likes his literage. Go ask him how much literage there is in the boot of one of these. He'll probably know. Or he'll probably be bothered to actually find out. I'm not. Am I happy with my purchase? Yes. I am very happy with my purchase because it is an excellent runaround. It's great for hauling stuff, hauling people around town, and you can have fun in it as well, which you never would have thought from a big SUV. Now you see, me and my dad, right, obviously the two hosts of this channel, we were dead set against an SUV. 100%. Closest thing he had to an SUV was a Range Rover. Can't remember what one it was. It was an 02 plate Vogue thing. It had a BMW V8 in it. That's the closest thing we ever got to an SUV. And it was a very, very nice car. Drove extremely well, sounded beautiful, accelerated like you wouldn't believe. But we were still dead set against an SUV. And then it was like, well, I could do with a big vehicle. I could do with something that can carry a lot of stuff. And it would be handy to be able to carry people at the same time. So, unfortunately, that's where the SUV sort of comes in. I say unfortunately because I'm very glad that I got it. I think we were looking at it wrong. Or certainly I was. But I was willing to pay the money and take a punt on this. I did have other choices. There was a Mitsubishi Outlander, which is a lot more 4x4 than this. It's definitely more agricultural. There was that, around the same price. There was also a Volkswagen Touareg that had the 3-litre V6 diesel. And I decided against that because the tax on one of those and the insurance costs and how little it actually gets in fuel consumption sort of put me off. You know, yes, it's a Volkswagen, but at the same time, it would have been more beneficial in the size kind of thing because it is bigger than this. But all the benefits of that being bigger would have gone out the window because I wouldn't have been able to drive it because I wouldn't have been able to afford it. Where this, easy peasy. Insurance is cheap. Tax, okay, it is a little bit on the pricier side of a small car, but it's not a small car. But it's doable. Fuel consumption on getting 34 round town. And, you know, being a big vehicle, that's reasonable. It's not too bad. But at the same time, I don't care. I really don't care. The only thing I really want at the moment is the aircon to work. One thing I haven't mentioned, it's got heated seats. Obviously in this weather it's not needed. It's not needed in this weather at all. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it to you to ask the questions in the comments of anything you could think of that I might not have mentioned, or you think I should have mentioned, or anything you really want to know what's going on, really. Just ask away. There's plenty of videos out there for you to watch as well. Can't remember how many videos there are, but I think it's about 270 odd now since the channel began. Obviously, a lot of them are shorts as well, which they're handy to watch because they're like little insights into what we're actually doing behind the scenes. And I think I'm going to end it there, guys. This video is probably getting a little bit long in the tooth. There's not much more to say when it comes to your daily vehicle. Do I recommend you guys going out there and buying a late 2000s, obviously not into 2010s because that means the 10s, but the late 2000s, Hyundai or Kia, you know, basically the same company. Yes, I do. Just be aware that they do love to rust on the chassis rails. This one, luckily, is okay. But the Kia Sportage of a similar age, which actually looks dated compared to this, yeah, they rust really bad. The earlier models of this, they rust really, really bad. You find a lot of them fail MOTs due to rust. So be aware of that. Anyway, see you at the motor show, at the British Motor Show for 2023. And we'll see you in the next video, whatever that might be. Probably us prepping for the show. I've still got to prep all the cars yet, and we've only got just over a week. So, as I said, I'm going to get the Golf tomorrow, bring that back, prep that ready for the show, prep major for the show, because guaranteed I've got to bleed the brakes again. Still needed to sort that, but I think I've narrowed it down to the nipple on the driver's side caliper, the right hand side. That's what I think I've narrowed it down to, so I need to get a replacement one of them. But until then, I will keep bleeding until it works. You know, there's only so much brake fluid you can use. Or bleed out of. Ron's pretty much ready to go, he just needs a wash. The Audi, my friend's sorting out. Mini, also my friend's sorting out because she's the one who's using her now. So she'll be taking those two cars. Betty, the true CV. Dad will sort out when he gets back from holiday. which is quite funny. They get back Sunday. Today's Thursday. They get back Sunday. We have Monday, and we go up Tuesday. So he has 1 day to sort all the bits out that he needs to sort out himself. Anyway, my voice is starting to hurt because I haven't done this for a while. You know, rabbit. And we'll catch you in the next one, guys. Remember. Did you say it? Okay, I'll say it. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your friends and family. Cheers.